morning students. Today we learn about face value and place value. And place value. First we are going to learn about face value. That what is the face value of the digits in a number. If I am writing a number, then in this number, what is the face value of this? Each and every digit. So the number is and what is the face value? Before this, we have a knowledge about that what is the face value of a digit. So students, face value of a digit is that digit itself. What I am saying, if you want to find the face value of this digit, then what is the face value? It is that digit itself. That the digit which is your number is the face value. Now if you want to find the face value of this number, then what is the face value? 3, the digit itself. The face value of 2 is 2, 1, 1, 6, 6 and 7 is 7. So these are the face value of these numbers. Okay students? Now we learn the place value of these digits. So now how to write or how to find the place value of any digit? So place value of any digit is based on the place of that digit. What I am saying, if you want to find the place value of 6 or I can say 7, so first you have a knowledge that on which place this digit is. So first of all, write the place value chart, or we can say we can represent this number on place value chart. So what are the places? 7 is on my 1's place, 6 is on my 10's place, 1 is on my 100 place, 2 is on my 1000 place, 3 is on 10,000 place, and 4 is on my left place. So what is the place value of this 7? Because 7 is on the 1's place, the place value of 7 is 7. Now what is the place value of this 6? So 6 is on the 10's place, so its place value is 60. Next, what is the place value of 1? Place value of 1 is, because 1 is on the 100 position, its place value is 100. Next, the place value of 2 is on the 1000th position, so its place value is 2000. Next, the place value of 3, because 3 is on the 10,000th position, so the place value of 3 is 30,000. Okay students, and the last, the place value of 4, because 4 is on the left position, so the place value of 4 is 4 lakh. Okay students, so these are the place values of these digits. Now next we learn about expanded notation. Expanded notation. In this topic, we are going to learn that how to write any number in expanded form. Let us take this by taking an example. If this is my number, let us take a 4-digit number. Now, if you want to write this number in expanded form, then how will you write? First, you have knowledge that what are these places. This is 1's place, 10's place, 100 place and 1000 place. So 4 is on 1000th place. So we can write here 4 thousands. Next, 1 is on the 100 place. So we can write here 100. Next, 6 is on the 10th place, so you can write here 60. and last 3 is on the ones place, so you can write here 3. Or you can also write this form as 4000 plus 100 plus 60 plus 3. So this is the expanded form of this number. Another example. Now this is your 5-digit number. What is the expanded form of this number? This is your ones place, tens place, 100 place, 1000 place and 10,000 place. So what is the expanded form? Because 5 is on the 10,000 place, so we can write here 50,000 plus next 1 is on the 100 place, so we can write here next 6 is on 100 place, so you can write 600. 9 is on the tens place, so you can write 90. And last 8 is on the ones place, so you can write 8. So this is the expanded form of this number. So in this way you can find or you can express any number in its expanded form. Okay students? Now the next topic is your successor and predecessor. Successor and predecessor. So what is successor? So in your lower classes you all learn that what is just after, just before. What is the meaning of just after and just before? Just after and just before. Now if there is a number 8, so what is the just before number of this term? Or we can say what is just before 8? What is this? 7 is just before 8. And what is just after before 8? The just after term is 9. 7 is my just before and 9 is my just after. So what is the successor of this number? This is 9. Successor means just after, or we can say simply add 1 to the given number. Your given number is 8. If we add 1 in this, so what will we get? 9. And 9 is your successor. So successor means just after number and predecessor means just before number. So what is the predecessor of this number? 7. This is your predecessor number. Let us take another example. 746. This is my given number. And if you want to find the predecessor term of this number, then predecessor means just before term. What comes before this? 745. So this is my predecessor term. And what is the successor term? Just after term. And what comes just after this? 747. This is my successor term. Okay students? Another example. This is my 5-digit number and this is the given number. And if you want to find the successor and predecessor term of this number, then what is the successor term? Just after term. And what comes just after? This is my successor term. And this is my predecessor term. So I think you all understood this thing, that what is successor, predecessor, or we can say what is just before and just after. Okay students? Now next topic is your skill counting. Now what we are going to do in this skip counting, that you have a sequence of number, and in this sequence you have to skip a fixed gap between two consecutive numbers, or we can say two successive numbers. For example, first we are going to learn skipping, or we can say skip by twos. If I am writing a sequence, then what is the skip counting by twos? If this is your first term of this sequence, then you have to skip 2. Then the next term is 4. After this, next term is your 6. You are skipping 2 terms. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 2 is your 6. Next term, 6 plus 2 is your 8. And 8 plus 2 is your 10. So there is a fixed gap between two numbers. Okay, so this is the skip counting by twos. Next, skip counting by 5. Skip counting by 5. Let this is my sequence 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. Then you all can see that first term of your sequence is 5, and if you add 5 in this number, you will get the next number 10. Again, if you add 5 in this number, 10 plus 5 is your 15. Next number. Again, if you add 5 in this number, then 15 plus 5 is your 20. And next, if you add 5 in this 20, then 20 plus 5 is your 25. Is your 25. Then there is a fixed gap. There is a gap of 5 in each these two numbers. Now this is how we are doing skip counting. Now take another example. Skipping by 10. If there is a sequence, then this is the first term of my sequence 10, and if you add 10 in this number, then 10 plus 10 is your 20. That is the next number. Again, if you add 10 in this 20, then 20 plus 10 is 30. And again, if you add 10 in this 30, then 30 plus 10 is your 40. And last, if you add 10 in 14, then 40 plus 10 is your 50. Then you can see there is a fixed gap of 10 between these numbers. Okay, students? Now next, skipping by 1000. If this is my sequence, now my first term is 1000, and if we add 1000 in this term, then we get next term, that is 2000. Again, we add 1000 in this, so 2000 plus 1000, 3000. We get next term. Last, if we add 1000 in this term, we will get 4000. So there is a fixed gap of 1000 between these two numbers. Okay, students? So this is your skip counting. Next topic is your comparison of numbers. Comparison of numbers. In this, we are going to learn with how to compare two numbers. Now, if I am writing a number, these are two numbers. Now, this is a 2-digit number and this is my 3-digit number. Now, how to compare these two numbers? Now, students, there is a rule that if two numbers of different number of digits are given to you, two numbers of different number of digits are given to you, then the number which is having more digits is the greatest one among these two numbers. Now this is a 2-digit number and this is a 3-digit number. Now this number is having more digits than this number, so this is the greater number than this. Let us take another example. This is my 3-digit number and this is my 4-digit number. Now in these, this number is having more digits compared to this number, so this is my greatest number than this, or we can say this is the greater number than this. Okay students, another example. This is my 6-digit number and this is my 7-digit number. 6 and 7. So this is my 7-digit number and this is my 6-digit number. In this, number of digits are more than this. So this is the greater number. Now this is the first rule. What happens if both the numbers contain same number of digits? For example, in these numbers, the number of digits are 2. This is also a 2-digit number and this is also a 2-digit number. Now, if I want to compare these two numbers, then how I will compare it? Now, you have to start from the leftmost number. The number which is on the leftmost side, that you have to start the comparison. Now, this is the leftmost side of this number and this number. On this place, the number is 4 and on this, the number is 9, and you all know that 9 is greater than 4. So this number is greater than this number. Another example. These are also 2-digit numbers. Now you have to start the comparison from the leftmost side. Now this is the leftmost side of these two numbers. Now if you compare, then these two numbers are same. There is also 7 and there is also 7. Now what next you have to do? You have to go to the next number. That is, you have to compare 6 in this number and you have to compare 9 in this number. These two numbers are same. Next you have to go to the next number. In this 6 is there and in this 9 is there. And you all know that 9 is greater than 6. So automatically this number is greater than this number. Okay students? Now understand this by taking 4-digit or 5-digit number. This is a 4-digit number. This is also a 4-digit number. And if you want to compare these two numbers, then what you have to do? You have to go to the leftmost side. First you have to compare, or you can start from the leftmost side. And this is the side. Now as you can see, 5 is there on both the numbers. So you have to go to the next number. Now next number is 6. In this number also the next number is 6. Now what next that you have to do? Again go for the next number. Next number is 4 in this number and 9 in this number. 5 and 6 both are same in these two numbers. If you go to the next number, then there is 4, and if you go next to this number, then there is 9. Then what you have to do? There is 4 and there is 9. You all know that 9 is greater than 4. So automatically this number 5694 is greater than 5647. This number is greater than this number. So in this way you are able, or you can do comparison between two numbers. Now next topic is your ascending and descending order. Ascending and First, we learn about ascending order. Like what is the meaning of ascending order? Ascending means increasing order, or we can say starting from the smaller number to the bigger number. Ascending means increasing order. If I am writing a sequence, these are the 5 numbers, and if you want to arrange these numbers in their ascending order, then you have to start, or you can arrange these numbers in their increasing order, or you can start from the smaller number, then go for the bigger number. Now, as you all can see, that 46 is the smallest number in the sequence. So, first number is your 46. Next, which is the greater number than 46? 63 is there. So, next number is your 63. After 63, 72. And next, 81. And last, 94. So this is the ascending order. If you want to write the ascending order of the sequence, then this is the ascending order. Next, descending order. What is the meaning of descending order? Then descending order means decreasing order, or we can say starting from the greatest number to the lowest number. Descending order means decreasing order. If I want to arrange these numbers in their decreasing order, then what I have to do? I have to start from the greatest number. And what is the greatest number? 94. So first 94. After 94, what comes next? 81 is there. Next, 72 is there. Next, 63 is there. And last, 46 is there. So, this is the descending order, starting from the greatest number to the decreasing order of the lowest number. 46 is the lowest one and 94 is the greatest one. Now, there is a symbols in these ascending and descending order. Then what is the meaning of these symbols? You know not that what is the symbol of these numbers. Now, if I am writing two numbers, these are two numbers, and you all learn that what is the comparison of number. That if you compare these two numbers, then you can see 78 is a greater number than 76. Then how I can represent these two or these comparison of numbers, or which is greater one in these symbols? Then this symbol I have to use. The head arrow or arrowhead of this symbol represents the lowest number, and this open head, or we can say the V shape of this side of this arrow, represents the greater number. The meaning of this symbol is that 76 is smaller than 78. 76 is smaller than 78. Another example. Let us take 91 and 28. There are two numbers, and you can see 91 is a greater number. So this sign is there. This head represents the lowest number, and 21 is the lowest number, and this open head represents the greater number. And what is the meaning of this? That 91 is greater than 28. 91 is greater than 28. 91 is greater than 28. And what is the meaning of this? You all know that this is the equality sign. If I am writing two numbers, These are two numbers and both the numbers are same. So we can put here equal sign. That 28 or these two numbers are equal. Okay students. So this is the ascending order, descending order and comparison of numbers. Now there are some exercise questions that you have to do in your notebook. Okay students, thank you.